What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Tammy Talks here. Let's talk, and just like that, season 2, episode 2. If you are a new viewer or a returning viewer that is not yet subscribed, I hope that this is the video that changes your mind. If you are one of my returning subscribers, what up, though? Let's get into the show, y'all. So it starts off with Carrie. She's recording some sponsored ads for her podcast. We hear her do an ad about like mental health and therapy. Then she goes into an ad that's supposed to be about like vaginal wellness, and it's talking about suppositories and all this other kind of stuff. Carrie don't want to do it. She said it's cringy. She said she has avoided saying the word suppository her whole life. She doesn't want to do it. They decided they're going to just talk to production, or they're going to talk to the upper heads so that she does not have to do that particular ad. It was just Carrie, you could have did that ad, girl. It wasn't, I didn't think it was that deep. So then we get Seema. Seema's going to get her hair done. She's telling her stylist about her guy and how he lives with his ex-wife and he has all these red flags. So her stylist is like, you're picky, you got too many standards, you're talking about your standards, you're talking about red flags, that's all you talk about with every guy. No wonder you are still alone. Now he yells this out. Yells this out in front of everybody. She's now embarrassed. She gets up and she walks out and she said, I pay you to blow me, as in my hair, not to, therapize me, basically. I don't need you to read me down. You are here to do my hair, listen to me vent, and that's really it. So now she got to find a new stylist because she says she'll never be back. We pan over back to Carrie. Chloe comes in and it's like, okay, diva, right? You don't want to do this ad. I gave it to this other podcast. They did it they did it with no issues. If you don't like the way that it's worded, redo it yourself. Carrie said that the script was unrealistic. Well, then rewrite it. You a writer, right? You a writer, right? Redo it. So we pan over to Lisa. So her mother-in-law is coming. Herbert's mom is coming. We saw a little bit of Herbert's mother season 1. Not a fan. So the little girl, their daughter, has this cute little natural hair, little afro puff going on the side. And because the grandmother, his mother likes things a certain way, it almost seemed like they wanted her to go straighten her hair real quick. Maybe flat ironing, and they was like, we don't have time for that. So they eventually braided into 2 little pigtails in the back. Whatever, that's setting a very bad precedent for your child, but whatever. So the mother shows up and she shades the fuck out of Lisa for her dress. It looked like she just came from the matinee showing of The Lion King. I said, oh, see, I couldn't deal with that level of disrespect. Personally, I could not deal with that level of disrespect. Over in Charlotte's household, Lily wants a guitar. Lily wants an electric keyboard. So Rock is on some, nope, for the love of God, don't do this to me. I share a room with her. I don't want to have to deal with that. Lily feels that, Rock, I've been supporting you with all this stuff. Don't do it. Charlotte and Harry are on some, if you want it, you're going to have to find a way to pay for it. You have a Steinway. I thought that was kind of weird because you know that your daughter can play, right? So if she wants to just do a certain or a different type of like piano playing, I don't get it. But we know that Charlotte has this vision for how she wants her daughters to be. How she wants to like set out their lives to basically be the type of life that she wants them to have. And when they veer off course, Charlotte just can't take it and she goes into Charlotte mode. So they tell Lily, you want it, buy it for yourself. We then get to Nia. She's on the phone with her husband. He wants her to admit that she was acting crazy the other night. She said, maybe I was a little saucy, okay? I can admit to being a little bit of crazy, but I need you to admit that it don't look right for you to have a woman in your hotel room. Y'all could have went and wrote music anywhere else. So he tells her, I haven't cheated on you yet. I said, oh, girl, don't like the levels of disrespect, because there's a difference between I haven't cheated on you yet. Yet is saying it might happen. It might could happen. We're getting to that point within our familiarity with one another. So he said that he wants him and Nia to work. He wants to get a surrogate. So they've been having some trouble conceiving. I think they did IVF, but IVF is super expensive. So they've been having trouble conceiving. I feel like she's on some I just don't even want to do it anymore. This is too much. He still really wants to have a baby. She feels very unheard. She's rolling her eyes. Conversation over, basically. Miranda's at an AA meeting. Miranda just ain't got nothing to do. She has nothing to do. So earlier we saw her and Shay were having sex. Shay got a phone call that she had to get down the set. They're working on, rewrites for her script, all this other kind of stuff. So Miranda don't have nothing to do. So Miranda decides to go to an AA meeting. While she's at this AA meeting, she meets a lady and that invites her to come and clean up the beach with her. Like with her environmental group. And she's like, let me know. I'll even come pick you up. So Carrie and Seema are at the bar. They're talking about the breakup. Seema immediately, her mind goes to, let's talk about the breakup with the hairstylist. But Carrie's like, okay, let's talk about that then. So Seema tells Carrie everything that the stylist said. Carrie was a little taken aback, but that's what your hairstylist does. You know what I mean? As women, when we go to get our hair done and we're talking to our stylist about some things that are super personal, some things that aren't, like that's how the hair salon is. So Carrie is like, okay, so what are these, like red flags? Seema thinks that her dude is a mooch. She thinks her dude is a mooch. Carrie is like, if you're not comfortable, then you're not comfortable. Kind of like me not being comfortable pitching the vagina commercial. And I'm over it with Carrie at this point. Girl, if you don't just read the damn script and call it a day, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You're already doing a podcast, which is something that you didn't think you would be doing either. So Charlotte goes into Lily's room. She has some laundry. Lily has her electric keyboard. So Charlotte is like, damn, I'm going to have to talk to your dad because we're supposed to be in this parenting thing together. But Lily is like, Dad didn't give me the money. I sold some of my clothes to the Real. Charlotte thought she said the real. She was like, no, the real deal, which is kind of, I guess, the same thing, but I guess they move a little swifter. So Charlotte goes to the closet and loses her shit when she sees that a lot of Lily's clothes are gone. Charlotte's out at lunch with Anthony and Lisa, and she's going on and on and on about how they took advantage of her and she's a minor and all this other type of stuff. And Charlotte is saying how there's this like Chanel dress that she bought for Lily's very first, like some big piano recital that she had. Not even sure if she can really fit it, but she wants them to like give all the stuff back. So she's emailing these people. She's calling them. Lisa is like, well, let's switch from this iced tea. I need a drink because her mother-in-law and her sorority sisters are in town and going to be having tea, and everybody is stressed. Everybody. So Anthony tells Charlotte, why don't you just buy the damn dress if you want it that bad? Buy it back. If you want it that bad, buy it. Charlotte feels that he goes and gets the principal and she wants them to give the dress back. And this is what irritates me about Charlotte. Like, that shit don't even make sense. Why do you think that your daughter sold something to a store? Why do you think that they're going to just be like, oh, okay, you can have it back? No issues. And Anthony even said they didn't break in. They didn't rob you. Lily contacted these people. They came. There was an exchange. She opened the door for them. Like, Charlotte really got on my nerves about this, but this is classic Charlotte. So we see Herbert. He's out with their daughter. Is her name Grace? and one of her little friends, and they're trying to catch a cab. Now, he is black in America, and he's having a hard time catching a cab. So he's out there, taxi, going back and forth with it. And his daughter is even like, we never had this problem with her dad, like, because her dad is white. So y'all were able to, get a cab a little easier. So a cab stops in like at like a red light. He locks the doors. So Herbert is knocking on the door talking about this is illegal. You can't do this. He's banging on the taxi. While this is happening, Herbert's mother comes down with her sorority sisters, the AKAs, and they're like, isn't that your Herbert over there? He over there banging on banging all over the taxi. And she's like, oh no, never. And then the little girl is like, hey grandma. His mother is stunts and giggles, stunts and shows, and it's annoying, but that is how some people are. The mother-in-law gets on my nerves. So Franklin is trying to get Carrie to rewrite the script. Most annoying scene I have seen on TV in so long. She's acting like it's so cringy. I don't do this. You had a whole column where you talked about sex. Girl, if you don't go on and promote that Vagisil or whatever they're trying to get you to do, it's really not that big of a deal. You are literally just reading a sponsored post. It's not that big of a deal. If you don't like the way that the script is written because it doesn't seem realistic, then just rewrite the script. That's literally all you have to do is rewrite the script. So then we get a Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion reference over it. So Lily is on this electric keyboard singing her life away. And basically we see Lily kind of having the same character arc that Rock had in the first season. She feels that she's not being heard. She wants to be herself. She can't really be her true self because she has to, be in this cookie cutter personality that Charlotte wants her to be in. She's singing directly to you, Charlotte, in case you didn't know, directly to you. Herbert's mother comes to talk to him in the bedroom, and she's like, what was that? What are you doing? Like, that's not how we behave. Like, really on some be better than them type situation. While this is happening, Lisa comes out the bathroom and it's like, what happened? What did I miss? And then she looks at Lisa and it's like, didn't the Emancipation Proclamation free us from the head wrap? Herbert is telling Lisa that he did what he did for their daughter. He wanted her to see that what was going on was not right. Don't accept that. That's not cool. Lisa's like, I agree with your mom, though. Like, I really do. That's not how we behave. Set a precedent, set an example for your daughter. You could have just talked to her about this afterwards. So Lisa's like, I need you to keep it in check because if you pound on the wrong car and they take you away, your mama's going to blame me. And they were able to laugh it off. I mean, Black in America, right? So Miranda is calling Carrie. I don't know why Miranda calls Carrie when she's out. I don't get this. Miranda never just talks to Carrie or calls Carrie or contacts Carrie when she is just sitting at the house. It's always when you're out at a bar. Why are you calling her right now? So Shay is doing the show and Tony Danza is in the audience. Tony Danza is going to be playing her father on the show. So she comes out and introduces Miranda to Tony Danza. Back in the room, Carrie has decided that she's just going to write the script herself. For this little commercial, whatever. Seema goes back to her stylist after talking to Carrie and brings him an expensive bottle of tequila. Apparently, the stylist is rude to everybody. He's talking about this lady needs bangs, and this lady does this other lady needs lipo. That's just what he does. So now she's back with her stylist, and then she tells her stylist that she is now back with her guy as well. Miranda out on this beach picking up seaweed and all this other type of stuff, and Nia calls her and she tells her that she's breaking up with her husband. She's going through their house, ripping down all his stuff, wants to sell his guitars. She's over it. She doesn't feel heard, and then the fact that he told her he just has not cheated on her yet is foretelling. Foreshadowing. Don't tell me you ain't cheated on me yet. That is wild to me. So she doesn't feel heard because after all the conversations they've had, his whole thing is, okay, well, let's get a surrogate. She feels a way about that, as she should. So Carrie and Charlotte are at the real deal. Carrie was like, so what we gonna do? Throw this garbage can through the window? What's good? Charlotte was like, I'm going to reason with them and I'm going to kill them with kindness. So they goes in. Charlotte is talking to this sales clerk who is some young girl that is really just there to ring shit up. Okay. So every question is like, I don't know. I don't know. Meanwhile, Carrie is in there. They got some nice stuff up in here. Carrie shopping, looking at boots. Y'all know Carrie is obsessed with shoes. Carrie is looking at boots. So Charlotte is like, look, here's the thing, holding up the phone, and tells the girl, like, can you look up to see what location it's at? The girl said, fine, it's in a warehouse. Charlotte said, fine, I'll just buy it. The girl is like, you can't because it's on hold. So basically somebody else has already bought it. So Charlotte is threatening to talk to the manager. Carrie was like, come. What is the purpose of this dress? Like, what is going on here? Charlotte just feels that the life that she is trying to provide for her daughters or for her kids, because Rock is non-binary now, but for her kids is not the life that they want. She doesn't even know if the dress is going to fit. She doesn't know why she's freaking out about this the way that she is. Ultimately, Carrie decides to buy them boots, okay? So Miranda, while she's out at the beach, done lost her damn phone. And see, I don't understand. Whatever. When you're doing stuff like that, your phone should like be in a fanny pack on you. Get you a little Lululemon bag, put it in there, have it in a back pocket where you can feel it on your butt. Like I can't stand when people are doing stuff like this that's involving garbage and cleaning up and throwing stuff away, and you just. Whatever, Miranda. So Miranda done lost her phone. Now she can't call an Uber. Old girl she came with left because she had to go pick up her kids or something like that. So now she's out there digging through all that trash. That's why you need an an Apple Watch. Hit that ping, let it beep, and then you can find your phone a little easier. But the phone is probably long gone. It's either buried in the sand or it's just in all that garbage that they picked up. So she goes and is talking to some surfers. They keep offering her weed. She's like, oh, please don't offer me this. But she gets to use one of their phones. She calls Carrie because she doesn't know Shay's number. She's asking Carrie for Shay's numbers. Carrie is like, you don't know it? She ultimately gets it. And then she calls Shay, who is like, where are you? Like, why aren't you home? Miranda's still out on the beach. I need you to come get me. Shay is like, dude, dinner with Tony Danza is in an hour. It's going to take me an hour and a half to get there. So she's like, bet, you know what? I'm going to just pick you. I'm going to have somebody else come get you. Hang tight. They asked the surfer, where are we? We're by Neptune's Net. I thought that surfer made up some stuff when he was like, I'm off of, what did he say? PCH? I thought he was saying like a drug or something. But that was the legit location. And a guy pulls up in like a purple pickup truck. Come to find out, this is Shay's husband. This is Shay's husband. I said, I know you fucking lying, Shay. What? So, meanwhile, Shay is out on her dinner situation with Tony Danza. And he's telling her, I can't play your dad. I'm not Mexican. I'm Italian. And Shay is like, but I am Mexican. So basically he's like, I don't want to get canceled. I'm getting pushback online already. He's like, but this is what we can do. You can just have an Italian father and then your mother can be Mexican. And she was like, but I'm Irish Mexican. Like my mom is Irish. So it's my dad that's Mexican. So Tony Danza's like, I done already talked to the people at ABC. What we're going to do is I'm going to be your Italian dad, and then we're going to kill your mom off. I said, what? He was like, and then your grandmother, who is Mexican, is going to, you can have all the sentimental scenes like with her instead. I said, not you rewriting her whole life. I said, wow. I think it's the fact that you done already spoke with ABC about it. So you didn't even come to her about it. It's her show. You went above her and then went to talk to the damn network. They doing screen tests with. I said, what a mess. Seem was on a date with her dude. And he wants her to put up $100,000 to go into business with him. She was like, I knew it. She thinks he's a mooch. So now she done broke up with him again. Again. Shay and Miranda talk. So Miranda's back at their place. Shay comes back. Miranda was like, I couldn't call you because I don't know your phone number. Shay was like, what? Miranda said, I don't know your phone number. I had to call Carrie to get your phone number. I also didn't know that you were married. Shay was like, oh, we're just slackers and never got around to getting a divorce. What kills me about this scene is the fact that Shay told Miranda in season 1 she couldn't mess with her, couldn't get serious with her because Miranda was married. You're married to a man as well. Shay is so unserious about this. She is so unserious about this relationship, and I feel like about life, and Miranda is falling for it. So Shay is like telling her phone number, and then she was like, I don't even want to deal with that right now. I have to deal with the network and all this other type of stuff. Miranda, go on back to New York, girl. This ain't it. This ain't it. Finally, Carrie gets to work. Come to find out that because she didn't do the ad, the studios were sold. So the podcast is over. All the podcasts are over. So ultimately, her and Franklin break up. He wants more. Carrie doesn't. And that was the end of the episode. It was kind of mid, to be real. The first episode I thought was good. This one was kind of just all over. I feel like this one was all over. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode. If you have not already, don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.